Bury the hatchet. Look at this crazy thing. It looks like it has been buried. To supersize or grow your business. Amazing what you can find in the garage if you go looking. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and our idiom, our expression for today, our business idiom, is to bury the hatchet. How do we bury the hatchet? Why do we bury the hatchet? Where did this idiom come from? And how can we use it to build and grow and supersize our business? Besides, looking like some kind of an axe murderer or something. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen in the garage. I guess we've got scarier things, but that's right up there at the top of the list. So this is an idiom or an expression that's been around since 1759 when a Shawnee orator by the name of Mississauga, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, at the end of the 7-Year War, used the expression bury the hatchet to end that war. The French war, the Indians were fighting with the Shawnee Indians were fighting with the French against the English, and they finally came to resolution, which is what this idiom means. It means to end a quarrel or end a battle or a conflict, and it's actually a centuries-old practice of putting down weapons, and symbolically I think it was the Native American tribes of the eastern United States, especially the Iroquois in the Confederacy, the Iroquois Confederacy, and the formation of that was they actually literally and figuratively buried their weapons, buried the hatchet, so that they were putting their weapons away. And I'm sure their hatchets did not look like this. I did learn that hatchets were first invented by ancient Australians 44 to 49,000 years ago. I thought that was super interesting because who knew hatchets were around that long? Tools and things, of course, but it's really kind of fun to learn strange facts like that you'd never use otherwise. Well, to bury the hatchet means to end a quarrel. So our topic today for this year's annual challenge, the Get Your Goals annual challenge, is all about conflict resolution and how do we handle conflicts and why is it important to handle conflicts. Conflicts are going to come up in everyday life and all of our relationships, but especially in our business relationships, right? Everybody's got an idea. Everybody wants their idea to win. And that's why, the legal industry exists and why we have contracts and everything else is when conflicts arise and we can't settle them ourselves and we have to look to an expert. A couple things that I thought were really important on this topic is, are we solving the root cause of the problem? Are we solution focused, and are we focusing on the root cause, or are we just band-aiding symptoms? That's a really important distinction to make when we're dealing with conflicts. And then we talked about different ways of handling conflicts, active listening, seeking to compromise, not just win at all costs. If we're seeking victory and not compromise, chances are the relationship might not survive that. I'm going to grab my magnifying glass so I can actually see some of these. We want to practice empathy. We want to focus on solutions. We want to forgive and let go. We want to use humor when possible. Can't tell you how many negotiations I've been involved in, and everybody's tensing at the edge of their seats, and then someone will crack a joke, and it just dispels all that tension. So humor is a great tool. Sometimes we need to seek outside sources to help us resolve conflict, right? Sometimes therapists or mediators or lawyers have to be involved to help with conflict. By the time you get them involved, chances are the relationship might not survive because if we're not able to solve things on our own, maybe the relationship isn't meant to be. We want to practice patience, use I statements. I think that I statements are a great tool that every business person should have in their toolbox. I feel blank when blank happens. So you're taking person and personality out of it and you're saying, this is how this makes me feel. And people can not respect that, but if they don't, then chances are they're probably not the best people to be in a relationship with anyway. If they don't care how you feel about something, chances are it's not a great fit for both parties. So love to know your experience with this particular idiom, bury the hatchet. Have you ever used it? Have you ever said it? I've definitely said it because I've had some conflicts with people that I just wanted to let go of and forget about and move on so that we could solidify and improve our relationship. But how do you handle and resolve conflict? Do you make sure that you're focusing on solutions, doing active listening, using I statements, using some of the tools I talked about, or and to create win-win-win solutions? I am a firm believer that I don't have to win by someone else losing. If they're not getting value and winning in a situation and I'm not winning in a situation, I'm going to choose not to participate in that because that's the way I like to create value in the world and make sure that the world's a better place because I've been in it, not a worse place because I wanted to butt heads with people and win at all costs. All right. Any questions about this, hit me up. Any idioms you'd like to know the origin of and how you could use them in your business, ask. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day, because I plan to too. And I'm going to go put that hatchet back out in the garage because it creeps me out. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.